I am so excited about this episode. We are going to talk about how to create a spa master bathroom, a walk through my renovation process. Wow, it has been a minute. I started this renovation. It took over a year because, of course, I started it when we were during a pandemic. When we bought our house originally, I knew that we would have to, it's an older home, and even though the previous owners remodeled it, it was still remodeled like 10 or 12 years ago. So there's definitely some updating that needed to be done. And I knew I was going to have to pretty much gut every room and just start from, well, not every room, but like the main rooms. So I have done that with our guest bathroom downstairs. And wow, even with the guest bathroom, I knew it was going to be such a project. We originally were going to do our main bathroom, and then we knew it was going to be such a big project and our budget was going to have to be a lot larger. We ended up first renovating our guest bathroom, which I am glad we did that first, so I would learn a little bit about the process, how long it was going to take. It was a nice little taste of what it would be to completely renovate an entire bathroom. It is not for the faint of heart. I am not a designer. I am not a contractor. And I look back on everything that I've renovated, including my business. I own a spa, so including I've completely renovated my spa. So I've had to renovate bathrooms, well, a bathroom there in every room of my spa, which includes plumbing. It's still not as much as doing, a shower. Each time I learn so much. Each time I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Forget this. The next house I do buy, I do want it completely redone before I move in, because it just takes a toll on you. Just even having all the contractors in your house all the time and not being able, nobody even tells you this, not being able to really go anywhere. It really interferes with your work life because you have to be there for the electricians, for the plumbing, because they, first of all, they're in your house, but they have questions all the time. And I'm so thankful I was here during those times, because sometimes they would literally need a part or they had this question. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I wasn't here, they would have messed this all up. So thankful for that. Like an example would be this insert of the shelf needs to go this way, not that way, or the tiles need to be laid this way, not that way. Those are some big decisions that you need to really have clear. So I encourage you to be at home when the work is being done. The before and after pictures are on our website, lindsayholder.com. Incredible before and after. Whoa, we completely gutted this down completely. So towels are redone, took out the old bathtub, complete new shower, complete new electrical, plumbing, paint, vanity. I mean, everything. So again, it took more than a year. So I thought I would share with you just my experience of redoing a renovation and some tips that I could offer you for when you redo your master bathroom and turn it into a spa experience. There's really just nothing like going into my shower at night where I'm doing my skincare routine, my skincare rituals, and enjoying that moment every night. So I wanted to give you some tips so I could help you out. First of all, I will tell you to, of course, make a spreadsheet with a budget, go over at 15%, just so you know that, surplus happens. And even one estimate that we got, well, it took so long for the materials to get in 6 months later that one of my contractors like, okay, well, my price has gone up now because everybody else's prices had gone up. And so I wasn't expecting that. So then, that's just an example. Like an estimate's only good for so many days, and then their estimates can go up. So just heads up. So definitely make a spreadsheet, keep track of everything. And I started out with this, so I knew my estimates from the get-go, added 15%, and I knew like the links for every purchase and had a spreadsheet together. Also, timing. You're going to definitely want all your materials in And so here's the tip. I waited the longest for two items, the longest for the hardware for the shower doors. Wow, that took so long. And the hardware that I wanted a muted gold look. I could have gotten the shiny brass a lot easier and quicker, but I did not want that. I wanted a muted gold look. And so I had to wait an extra, let's see, I think it was an extra 12 weeks to get that. But I am A-okay waiting for that. I knew it was a long wait, but I was willing to wait. Same thing with my custom hardware on my Vanity. I wanted to wait, and now I'm so glad I did because I got exactly what I was looking for, what I desired, and I knew it was for the long haul. So those few weeks that I had to wait extra, worth the wait. But if I had to redo it, I would have ordered those first. So while the other stuff was waiting on, they could have already been ordered. So I wanted just to go down a bunch of tips all at once. Next time, I don't know, I may hire just one contractor that overlooks all the other contractors. So I have one more bathroom to do, and I just don't know if I want to oversee that whole process like I did this one, or if I want to I think I'm just going to have one contractor that does bathrooms, and they have, they oversee their subcontractors. It was just a lot to manage with everyone's calendar, schedule, and also who did what. You really, really had to know the details of who did what. And I did not know all these little details until they were told to me at the time. And I thought, what in the world? Nobody told me this. And with the materials, like exactly what materials will be included. So here's an example. And I just, I had to go through with it because that is just the way it was happening. But I thought there has got to be an easier way than this. So an example of a detail for some subcontracting work. The night before the shower was to be done, my tile guy was asking, like, where is the shelf for the insert, the shelf insert for the tiled shelf inside the shower? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why would I didn't think of that. I thought, aren't you just going to use the tiles? Like, I'm not a tiler or whatever you call it. So I just didn't know. I had no idea I was supposed to supply the actual shelf because I wanted a shelf inside the shower niche that goes where you put your shampoo, bottles, conditioner, face wash, all of that. And I have a lot of skincare, so it was really important. So I had to supply that. I had no idea where you would get that. I went to, or the stores going to even have it. I went to 3 large box stores, and I finally found it at either Home Depot or Lowe's. I don't remember, because you can't just let me just Google that, order. No, you have to have the measurements. I had a specific size. So I ended up, I think, just putting my brainstorming together. And I think I decided, okay, I just need a material that looks similar to this. It doesn't matter what category it is, because all I could find were corner shelves, and I needed a flat shelf. So I went to the threshold department and got a white threshold that you would use for the doorway. Another thing is I had to supply the threshold for the doorway. Didn't know that. So had to do that. I also had to supply the end pieces that the tiles edge up to, which is called the edge trim. I didn't even know what that was called. Didn't know I had to pick out the color, size, etc. Whole new world for me. I had never done that before. Pretty stressful because they were asking colors, make sure, do you want it to stand out, Lynn? Do you want it like a gray? Do you want it white? Do you want it gold, silver? I had no idea. So I would be fine if I knew that in advance, but the night before and having to do that super quick was pretty stressful, and balancing work and the hours of the store open. So also had to pick out the grout color super quick, get that. I had no idea. So with that in mind, just again, this is when you're using, I guess, subcontractors on your own and you don't have somebody overseeing it. That's why I'm thinking, I don't know. Next time, I think I'll have somebody else in charge and just talk to one person. So that's really stressed me out. Another tip, this is a big tip. For the shower, I thought, okay, I've seen other shower, the niches that go in. First of all, I wanted a really large shower niche because when you're having your bathtub taken out, there's nowhere to put your stuff. I have a lot of stuff. So I made a really large shower niche and I placed it not on the main wall. That's if you're standing in the shower, it's like, I don't know, usually to the side of you. I place it on the opposite side wall because then water, my husband thought of this idea, which is pretty smart. Water would not be hitting it as it would the side. So it reduces your mildew exposure for the water buildup. Great tip. I did a much larger niche than you used to. So I had a custom niche. So I had plenty of space and I did obviously a shelf built in. And where are you going to put your dry brush, your loofah, washcloth? Where are you going to put that? On the shelf? No. So I went and got 2 knobs that I was going to put the same ones that I was putting my robe on so they would match. And I had my tile guy put 2 of those knobs inside the shower. So right next to the niche. So that's where I hang my loofah, dry brush, washcloth. So Jeff has a knob and I have a knob. Best thing ever. If I had to do it again, I would even do 2 more. Just because I like things separated, you could add more, but whoa, what a difference. So huge tip there. Make a larger shower niche, put it against the wall that's not next to the one that you're taking a shower, right in the way, and then get those hooks or those knobs, have your tile guy put it in the shower, like pre-built them in. Also have every single thing that the tile person is going to include, all the way down to the grout, all the way down to everything, even the sealer. Make sure they're even using the sealer. How are they going to seal everything in? And like the cracks at the end makes such a big deal. I thought, I'll just pick out a really pretty tile and then they would just do the rest. No, that is not how it worked. With tiles, another lesson I learned is the next time if I have to do this, I would order tiles from a local tile company, like the larger ones versus online, because when the tiles came in, they all came in cracked. Well, not all of them, but a large majority. So then, and again, it was during the pandemic. So having that beautiful Carrara marble and those really large pieces we ordered really held up the project for months. So again, that is why we're like over a year later, here we are. So glad I did it, but I learned, okay, next time I'm going to place my order locally. And at the same time, it's very stressful when your tile guy says, I really need like a couple of more large pieces to make this work. And you're thinking, well, I can't just go to the store and pick this up. I mean, I have to order this. Thank goodness at the last minute, he was able to get some of the broken pieces and just make it work the way he cut it. Thank goodness, or else I would have had to wait more months. So anyway, that is just a tip. One of my most favorite things that I love with the big tile is I did add the larger tiles, just like that was in the shower, up the wall behind my vanity. I did like a beautiful white Carrara marble and it is gorgeous. It just like brightens the room. But I love that the vanity is not just paint behind it. That tile above it, I think makes the room. It's gorgeous. I wanted to give you some electrical tips. This is another learned about this. Get more outlets than you think you'll need to create your beautiful spa master bathroom. I highly recommend to get 1 or 2 lower outlets as well in your bathroom. I have a lower outlet next to my vanity. And then you've got different outlets. You've got like, your 2, your dual, and then you've got your 4. So I have a 4 up top and a 2 down below. Actually, scratch that. I think I have a 4 down below. I'll have to check. But I wanted a lower outlet to plug in my electrical hair tools because I didn't want, like I had before, where I had all my cords for my hair tools on that upper outlet, that's the same level as your vanity top. It was driving me bananas. So I wanted it down below. Now, what I am going to do even further, okay, is I am going to, next time I need some electrical work, I'm going to have my electrician go underneath my vanity, cut a hole in my vanity, and I'm going to add an outlet there, plug in my hair tools there, and I have a a wire basket that holds, I found this great container at Target. It's like this, or maybe it's made with aluminum, I think. I put all my hot tools, my hairbrush, blow dryer, one of those hairbrush blow dryers. I love those. Curling rod, everything, flat iron, everything in there. So right now they're all in the basket and they're plugged into the lower one. So that does help out a lot because I literally just open the door and boom, they're all there. But even further, I'm going to have that outlet installed underneath the vanity cabinet. Then I just take out the hot tool in that basket, and when I'm done, I put it up, and you don't see the cords at all, not even on the lower base. But I do have it way under control than it was before. It was a mess. Now I truly love it, but I'm going to love it further and add that electrical outlet. Another one, add electrical outlets on the lower, again, 1 or 2 lower outlets, because, well, this is mainly for me because I'm a content creator. So it was really important for me to be able to add my glam core lights, your ring lights, any kind of electrical device that you need for doing content creation. You may need that outlet for something else. Maybe you're going to add a diffuser in your bathroom or just something elevated in your bathroom. Having that extra outlet on the lower wall is just such a luxury. I'm so glad I did that. I also added an electrical outlet in the middle of my vanity. You do not see that often. You only see them on the side. I love having it in the middle of my vanity. I have my skin fridge plugged up to that outlet. Again, this is creating a really luxury spa master bathroom. Of course, you don't need all this stuff. I'm just telling you little tips and tricks to have that beautiful luxury with all these little tweaks that make all the difference from basic to bougie. I am a bougie person. I do it in micro steps, and then you just love, everything is just to your, really catered to your taste. So definitely would recommend to have that outlet in the middle of your vanity, plug up that skin fridge. Also highly recommend to have a skin fridge because I add all my serums, and I have some types of modalities in there, your rollers and things like that to keep cool. But I love serums cool on the skin in the morning. And of course, my face mask that go on my skin are chilled in there, and my under eye mask as well. So tip for that. Another thing that I absolutely love. Oh my gosh, I love this. Mirrors that have lights on them. So I love the 2 vanity mirrors that I got. They're LED. The lights, okay, they're controlled. You tap them on, you tap them off, but you also control the type of light. So it goes from warm to cool. Oh, I love it. It really lights up the face and allows for better lighting when applying your makeup and skincare. And at night, this is my favorite. Oh, I love to do this. When I'm taking a shower, I just have one of those lights on, not my overhead light. It creates this perfect, calming, soothing light, the most soothing environment for a shower. I turn, the light is perfect. I will have my calm music on, my low light, dim shower light. I'll do a nice eucalyptus mist, and I truly create an experience for my evening shower. It's heavenly. And I get out and I do my skincare routine and rituals, and that is a time for me. I put on my music and enjoy that time. That's how I want. So some people see that time as, oh my gosh, I have to do all this. No, I look forward to that time, whether I'm listening to high frequency music, or sometimes I'll listen to nature music, sometimes opera, sometimes a biblical meditation, sometimes just a meditation. I mix it up. It is my time, and I absolutely love it. It's heavenly. Another thing that I splurged on, this was a splurge, totally worth it, was I did custom built-in shelving for my skincare, makeup, and beauty products. So I have a really odd built-in cabinet that was for originally, I think, towels. I now put my towels, they fit fine underneath my vanity. I just have a basket that I put, because I don't need that many towels. And I put my extra supply in my larger linen closet that's in the hallway. So I wanted to make sure that I made use of this built cabinet because it was really deep. So it was such an odd situation. It's like, okay, you can have your towels at the front and then all this deep space in the back that I did use for at the front. I did some at the, and it also had 2 shelves. So I had towels on one shelf and then the bottom I did skincare, but it was just such a mess and I couldn't use that extra deep space in the back. Some woodmakers, local woodmakers come, these 2 sweet ladies come and specifically design everything in mind for this area. So there, we took out the shelf and it's so cool what they built. I have like these 4 small mini drawers that come up and they're divided for all my makeup, my skincare modalities. Then I had 2 roll out shelves, and all of these shelves, by the way, they roll out all the way. So there's no backspace. I mean, they physically come all the way out. So all my back stock is in the back. I can easily just pull it out and see it. So cool. And then I own a spa, so I have a lot of back bar sizes that I have in products. And then I've noticed that some bottles come in, that 8-inch size for your really taller bottles, 8, sometimes 9-inch size. So I had specific height shelving built for that. So it rolls out. And then inside the shelf that rolls out, it's like they put sectionals in there that I can pull out and adjust as needed. And even inside the sectionals, I put in containers that would hold everything tight so I can coordinate it. So I'm in love with my custom built in shelves of the makeup. Look on my site. I have a couple pictures and I'll do a reel or some kind of video that goes in the detail just for that because it's just so cool. And once you have that, that's just so, to me, that's luxurious to have everything right there. Just, I'm not stressed about it. Like, oh, this is so annoying. I can't even see anything. Like everything is organized, put together. I really encourage you, when you're building your spa master bathroom, to have some custom things built for you if you need to. It just makes such a difference. It really does. The other thing that I splurged on was custom drawer pulls. I really love it. The ones that came with the Vanity were not custom. They were just basic. And they were also silver. And my bathroom is muted gold. So I needed to change them anyway because I did want a cohesive look. And they just add a lot of character. Yes, they did take a while to get in. But again, totally worth it now. And when I look at the custom drawer pulls, I just love it. I'm thinking, God, this just adds such character. I got to pick them out and it's just an extra touch. I think things are in the details. It's just a little special touch. Now, where I did save was getting my Vanity from Home Depot. And this is kind of cool. I have an older home. So I actually just couldn't order like a pre-made Vanity. It would not fit with the dimensions that I needed. It had to be custom built. Custom built vanities are astronomical, very expensive. But my designer found this, and I'll link her site at lindsayholder.com in this post so you can see all her amazing work that she does. But she found a great option and it was perfect. We went to Home Depot. They have a custom built section and you choose the style that you want. And, it's still very basic. You have just a few styles to choose from. The choices for colors to be painted are limited. My bathroom is I wanted the colors gray, white, muted gold. Those are just the colors that I like. And I don't care if they're trendy or not. I like those colors. So you choose what's right for you. And I love it. So I chose the light gray. If you have a very specific color other than the basic one, you would just have it painted prior to inserting it in. But then the cost was incredible for having a custom built one. Really great. Another tip I will say, very small tip, but would make a difference. Order your hand towels first before buying your hardware and installing it. So I like Turkish towels. I think they're a little bit longer than the traditional towels. And I just think they add some modern flavor. But if I had to do it again, I would have purchased my towels first, gotten my hardware in, and then literally hung up the towel on the hardware and measured it. I had my old which are still nice, but my normal hand towels, and they're shorter than a Turkish towel. So now the Turkish towels kind of drag. One of them kind of drags on the counter, and that just kind of bothers me. So again, it's the smaller details, but I would have hung that towel holder up a little bit higher. And it was just too late. By the time I had it hung, the painters had already come. They're like, no, this would not, it just was going to be a big deal. So I said, okay, just forget it. I would have also added, if I had to redo it again, I would have added a niche to the side of my walls. And so I could easily put the items that I use on a daily basis there, like cotton swabs, toothbrush holder, cotton rounds. So next to my vanity, I would have had on the wall, like a wall niche there, just so I could get things out of the way. Yes, I have them in my beautiful custom built-in vanity. Shelving. But I would have had a niche just so I could just like grab it and go and not have to even open the cabinets, pull out the drawer. And I know that's being super picky, but hey, I'm just letting you know, if you're doing it from scratch, these are some things that you could think about. I will know that for next time, as we have one more bathroom to renovate, a whole nother bathroom, but I need a major break. Plus, we're going to have to save up for that one as well. So yeah, so we did my guest bathroom first. This is the main bathroom. And so we have that other one. So the guest bathroom, again, wasn't as detailed as this master, but both bathrooms were quite a bit of work, and it is exhausting to renovate. Just a couple of things. Be prepared to not have your bathroom for a while, and that there's holdups or hiccups along the way. So a lot of my stuff was just in baskets in another room for a while and all on my dresser. And I just had to deal with that for months and months and months. I knew that it was going to be a long wait, and it was going to be worth it. Another thing is, I went over this before, but I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are going to do it yourself, or actually even if you do have a contractor, I would have a spreadsheet with every single detail, that who is doing what materials are needed for everything. Your electrician, your plumber, your tile worker, everything, because there's so many details that I had no idea. For example, your electrician needs to come in first and prep the area. Then they have to return to install the lights. But you have to coordinate that area with the tile person to make sure the cuts are correct to place electrical. If I had not been there that day, my vanity mirror and lights, because I hung up the light, like I had them hold up the lights. So I was like, wait guys, this is not going to be in the right place. Thank goodness I was there, because they were going to have it in a different area. So, oh my gosh, make sure to coordinate, have everything that would have been a mess, because, I have tile behind. It's not just paint. It's tile behind the wall. So everything needs to be just spot on. And then another thing is you need to coordinate with your tile guy and the plumber and the painter. So first you need to have the painter paint behind the toilet, because if you're painting your wall completely, you want it complete. It's very hard. You know how the toilet is so close to the wall. Well, you've got to paint behind that first, and then the plumber has to install the toilet. However, that needs to be coordinated with the tile contractor as well. So, oh my word. So those small details all listed out, it's going to save you a big headache. Timeline, materials, especially like the materials that I listed above with the shelf and the trim and all that. So there are no surprises like me running to Lowe's, trying to find a shower shelf, threshold, and trim. Well, working during the day and meeting the store's hours. Like, wow. I look back, I'm like, boy, I really went through a lot here. It will all be worth it in the long run. But just remember that when you think of it, like have a visual. I often looked back at my visual board. My designer sent me a visual board. I looked at it a lot because I thought it's going to be worth it. It's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. Because when you're in the thick of it, you're looking at nothing. Like you're looking at everything ripped out and just, you don't have a shower. You don't have anything. So you look at your visual board. So you're like, it's going to be like this. It's going to be so worth it when it's done. We all spend a lot of times in our bathrooms. Well, I do. And it can be a place for a peaceful, calm retreat. I love every night using this beautiful space as a place where I can enjoy my skincare routine, surrounded by like all this hard work that I truly put into the space. It is so meaningful to me. And it's just amazing how changing a space can truly make you change your attitude. So I hope this helped get out your Pinterest board. Start saving. It is expensive, but start saving. And I believe in don't go into debt, like save first, pay it in cash, right? You don't need to create your spa master bathroom on a credit card. Just have it ready to go. Save up for it now. But get out that Pinterest board. I hope this has inspired you to create your own spa-inspired master bathroom. If you want to see the pictures, details, tips, and links to everything, every tile, faucet, I'm a high-low, so I have high-low mixed. You may see this beautiful LED light mixed with this Amazon fixture. That's how I roll. Head to lindsayholder.com, find out all the details for the master bathroom there. So thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you soon. And until next time.